This video is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code TUBES20 to get 20% off all products and free shipping at manscaped.com. Yes lads, it's Tubia and Talks Footy here, and in today's video it is the richest game in football, the Championship playoff final. Thomas Frank's Bees, the London boys Brentford, take on Steve Cooper's Swansea City, the Welshmen, at Wembley Stadium in the Championship playoff final. Like I said, it is the richest game in football, one of the biggest games in English football to kick off a staggering day of football. Of course, we've got the Champions League final from Portugal coming a little bit later on, but for now, our attention turns to the capital. Wembley Stadium plays host to Brentford versus Swansea. It's been a roller coaster of emotions this season in the Championship for both these sides, and it would be the cherry on the top to clinch promotion back to the promised land today. Can Brentford go second time lucky, get revenge on the playoff heartbreak they got last season here? Or can Swansea give them heartbreak once again and return back to the Premier League, where they most certainly do belong? My prediction is Brentford 1, Swansea 0. I think it's going to be a very tight game, but Ivan Toney, the big man up top for the Bees, will save them like he has done time and time again this season. Brentford are favourites, but will they come out on top? Let's have a look and see. The Championship playoff final is about to begin live from Wembley Stadium. Let's get into it. 8.5 minutes in. It's a penalty to Brentford. What the hell was Freddie Woodman doing? Brian Mbeumo's movement off the ball there. He was trying to get to the ball. Freddie Woodman, the goalkeeper, I think he's on loan from Newcastle, or maybe he's signed permanent now. He's had a brilliant season all season long, and that mistake could cost his side big time in their quest to return to the Premier League. He's just given away a penalty, and it will be it will be Ivan Toney to step up. And like I said, he could be, as he has been so many times this season, he could be the hero for Brentford today. And he's up against Woodman now to put the Bees 1-0 ahead. What a season he's had. Can it be the fairy tale ending? It is. Ivan Toney scores! 1-0 Brentford. The Brentford fans go wild on the other side of the stadium. Ice cold silences the Swansea faithful, and the Bees are 1-0 up after 10 minutes. Brentford in dreamland. What a start. Ivan Toney with a goal. Who else? Wembley was cleared away from a terrible Swansea free kick. Is Janel Canos? Oh, it's 2-0. Simple as that. It's not Canos, it's Emiliano. Marcondes makes it 2-0. Number 9. It's as simple as that for Brentford. They've already got one foot in the Premier League. Emiliano, who was a star in the semi-final, he's a star at Wembley now. Brentford 2, Swansea 0. Brentford are heading back to the promised land after 20 minutes. It was Andre Ayew, allegedly fouled in the box by Janel. There's no way that is a foul. Cleared away by Sergi Canos, all the way to Mbeumo. He's got Ivan Toney to the right of him. He doesn't need him. Then he goes to I think that's Janel there, all the way up the pitch, and Marcondes is there to slide it under Freddie Woodman. Brentford 2, Swansea 0. And there we go, total domination from Thomas Frank's Bees in that first half under the arch at Wembley Stadium. Brentford 2, Swansea City 0. Swansea barely had a sniff on goal. Brentford had 2 goals, one from the spot and one from a counter-attack, expertly finished off by Emiliano. It's been all Brentford, to be honest. They've had chance after chance after chance. They're unlucky to only have 2. Swansea are lucky to still be in with a shout of getting the result in this game, because it has been all Brentford. Swansea have been very, very poor. This is one massive team talk that their manager, Steve Cooper, needs to pull out the bag this season, as he has done a number of times this season. This is the biggest 45 minutes of both these teams' seasons and lives. Second half is upon us at Wembley Stadium, currently 2-0 to the Bees. Just over an hour in under the arch at Wembley Stadium, attacking substitution there from Steve Cooper and Swansea. Carl Norton, who's had an awful hour at the home of English football, replaced by someone who will bring an attacking threat to Swansea. He hasn't had the best season, but Liam Cullen will add another attacking option up top for the Welshman. It's a corner for Brentford now. They are good from set pieces, so can they hurt Steve Cooper's boys? Pontus Jansson making his way into the box, who we know is a massive aerial threat for the Bees. Brian Mbeumo has been causing the Swans defence trouble all day. Ball in, can it be 3? Oh. Just smashed over the top by Ethan Pinnock. Very close to making it 3, and Pontus Jansson comes in the way. It was a corner from Mbeumo. Let's have another look at that. Corner from Mbeumo, headed on. Pinnock's there. He strikes it, but it's blocked by Jansson. Still 2-0 to the Bees, 62 minutes in. Down to 10 men, deservedly so. What the hell was Jay Fulton thinking there? I think he might have slipped, but that was an awful challenge on Jansson. And surely now this is Swansea in the Championship next season and Brentford in the Premier League. Swansea needed all the luck they can get, and Jay Fulton is off down the tunnel. He is gone, and he will have to watch the last 25 minutes or so inside the stadium, like actually inside, down the tunnel. It was an awful tackle on Jansson, and Fulton is off. And deservedly so. The Swansea fans cannot have any complaints about that one. That is awful. There's about 5 minutes to go of the 90 minutes at Wembley Stadium. Thomas Frank's Brentford have 1 foot and 4 feet in the Premier League. They are surely now Premier League 21-22 contenders. Swansea are just playing for pride now. They're trying to limitate the damage. It's damage limitation for Steve Cooper's side in the dying embers of this game as they come forward. One of the final times here, Ryan Manning fell. Is that a foul even by Goddardson? I'm not so sure, but it's been given by Chris Kavanagh. Brentford surely now are Premier League. And there we go, back out in the sunshine. And guess what? As expected, from about the 20th minute of this game today at Wembley Stadium, Brentford are Premier League. Goals from the main man, Ivan Toney, and Emiliano Marcondes have put the Bees, for the very first ever time in the club's history, into the promised land. What an achievement for the club, for Thomas Frank, for the players, and for their owner, Matthew Benham. What an achievement. The Bees are in the Premier League for the very first time. It was pure and utter domination from Thomas Frank's boys, and what an achievement it is. What a job the Frenchman has done at the new Brentford Community Stadium this season. They will be absolutely delighted to play with the big boys next year. It's a massive summer for Brentford, heading into their first ever Premier League campaign in August. As for Swansea, heartbreak in the playoffs once again at the expense of Brentford. And now Swansea face another season under Steve Cooper in the Championship. Brentford, though, are Premier League. Thank you ever so much for watching, boys. It has been a pleasure. Remember, camera cut off, but it has been an absolute pleasure. Remember to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on Brentford. How will they do in the Premier League next season? Let me know down below. I will see you in the next one. Champions League final later on tonight. Bye-bye, lads. Have a good one.